O hidden life, vibrant in every atom, O hidden light, shining in every creature, O hidden love, embracing all in oneness, make who feels himself as one with thee. No, he is also one with every other. O Shant. Brothers and sisters, we welcome you in Saturday evening online meeting of Shankar Lodge, Delhi. We are truly privileged today that Brother Pradeep Mahapatra ji, an eminent national lecturer, is among us who will share his thoughts on the topic Where is God? Brother Pradeep Mahapatra ji has done MA History and thereafter LLB and pursued legal profession from year 1986 to 2030. He has joined the Theosophical Society in the year 1974 at the young age of 18 years. However, he has actively participated in the Theosophical Society work since year 1992 when he visited Adayar. He was Joint Secretary of Utkal Theosophical Federation in year 1996 and thereafter he was Secretary of the Utkal Theosophical Federation from the year 2006 to 2014. Thereafter, he was Assistant General Secretary of the Theosophical Society Indian Section Varanasi for 3 years and also worked as the last Joint Secretary of TS Indian Section Varanasi. Presently, he is Vice President of Utkal Theosophical Federation as well as National Lecturer of Theosophical Society Indian Section. Besides that, he is also Program Coordinator of Theosophical Society Indian Section Varanasi. Without taking any more time, I now request Brother Mahapatra ji to share his thoughts with us on most important topic, where is God? Pradeep Mahapatra ji.
Namaskar. I am particularly grateful to Brother Rajiv Mathurji and other office bearers like Dr. Saran Sar, Minaji, and one of my close TS friend, Dr. Rajiv Gupta, and other members of Shankar Lodge, Delhi Federation, and also the online audiences who joined in today's program. There are many respected senior members from different parts of India and also other close theosophical members. I'm grateful to particularly to Theosophical Society giving this platform to share some thoughts which would help us to move further in our spiritual journey. From time immemorial, from since eons of eons, we are actually searching God in different forms, in different places, at different times also. And nobody is exception to this particular search, this particular way of searching. Searching is may be different, but the searching is going on. The moment we became aware of a higher force which is guiding the world, which is guiding the universe, which is guiding also us. So today we will discuss where is God, very important subject. Let me I develop some slides I'm going to present before you. Just wait for a moment. Today, the topic is where is God? God is both within and without. But how to find God? The question is how to find God. Has anybody ever discovered God or realized Godhood? So on this basis, we'll move. The divine wisdom tells us that the universe with its myriads of stars is the expression of a cosmic life, which have different names like God, Ishvara, Ahura Mazda, Allah, or the Logos. The one life is a person. If we described him as an individual entity or a person, but the point is he transcends all the limitations which necessarily are associated with our ideas of personality. That cosmic logos is ever a unity, one without second. Ekam Advitam. Nevertheless, as he energizes a universe, it has a trinity of three. Fundamental mode of manifestation. God, a trinity, is described in Hinduism as Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. One will find always 7 divisions, shows at cosmic level, known as 7 embodiments of his nature, called 7 cosmic planetary logi. All stars in the universe are the expression of their life, as they in turn expression of one life of the cosmic logos. So, let me explain this slide first. The divine wisdom, Dibya Jnana, Atma Vidya, the wisdom within us, wisdom which is available, tells us in a different scriptures, in different ways, in different means, that the universe, the Vishwa Brahmanda, whole universe with its myriads of stars, is the expression of cosmic life. So, what is that? This universe, whatever we have seen in visible and as well as in invisible, are the expression of a cosmic life, which have different names like God. We can say it is God, Ishvara, Ahura Mazda, Allah, and the Logos. Logos is our theosophical term. The one life of a person, if we express it as an individual entity, it has no limitation. Param Brahma, we can name in Shashwat, omnipotent, omniscience. Many things we can give. Imagine. That cosmic logos is ever a unity, one without second. There is no second God or second logos. Ekam Advitam. Nevertheless, as he energizes a universe, that 1 become 2, 2 become 7, 7 become many, many. So he energizes a universe. He energizes it as a trinity of 3. That is, Hindus call it Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There are all types of Trinity in different religions. One will find always 7 division out of that 3. There are 7 divisions. So also at cosmic level, known as 7 embodiments of his nature, called 7 cosmic planetary loci. All stars in the universe, whatever we are in our visual eye, we are marking the stars in the sky are the expression of their life. There means 7 embodiment of nature, their life. As the 7 embodiments, cosmic planetary loci, in turn expression of one life of the cosmic logos. So third slide says, I have collected this from the first principle of theosophy. Cosmic logos are 7 embodiments of his nature, 7 cosmic planetary loci. These are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this says with innumerable stars. It is given here. Then next slide. This cosmic logos lives and moves, and his being in his father star, one of the great 7. Yet he mirrored directly the life, light, and love, as well as the glory of the one. So this life, this stars in that 7 cosmic loci lives, moves, and has his being in his father star. We have marked this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are the father star. One of the great 7, yet he mirrored directly the life, light, and love, as well as the glory of the one without a second.
Excuse me, महापात्र
Then
जी,
we will
slides
come to our
slides नहीं दिख रहे हैं महापात्र जी.
Is it now coming up? Hello?
Yes, yes.
हाँ असला हाँ ठीक है.
Yes.
Now it is okay.
Now again, sorry, I am repeating. So this is the first slide. Where is God? God is both within and without. But how to find God? Has anybody ever discovered God or realized Godhood? So I will go quickly on it. The divine wisdom tells us that the universe with its myriads of stars is the expression of a cosmic logos, which have different names like God, Ishvara, Ahura, Mazda, Allah, or the logos. The one life is a person, but he transcends all the limitations which necessarily are associated with our ideas of personality. That cosmic logos is ever a unity, one without a second, ekam advitam. Nevertheless, as he energizes a universe, he energizes a trinity of 3. In Hinduism, it is known as Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. One will find always 7 divisions. So also at the cosmic level, known as 7 embodiments of his nature, called 7 cosmic planetary loci. All stars in the universe are the expression of their life, means their life of the 7 embodiments of his nature, as they in turn expression of one life of the cosmic logos. So that was the slide I have narrated you just before, a few minutes before. This is the 7 cosmic planetary loci, and a father star is in the middle of it. And each star is actually, they represents the one cosmic logos. So the star lives one of the great seven, yet he mirrors directly the life, light, and love, as well as glory of the one without second. This particular sentence we will remember till the end, that he means star, lives, moves, and has his being in his father's star, one of the great seven. Yet he mirrors directly the life, light, and love, as well as the glory of the one without a second. The same principle applicable to a speck of dust, to a star, even the invisible elemental one. This principle applicable to each and every one. That we as an individual or animal, plants, if Dhani Buddha, Dhani Chauhan, Mahatmas, adepts, and silent watcher who has taken the 10th initiation, we are all directly mirror the life, light, and love. And that is the glory of cosmic logos, one without a second. Then next is our solar logos is God for us. In our solar system, Surya Narayana is our God. Ishwar. Our solar logos is God for us, the ultimate of all our thought and imagination, the only God whom we can conceive, because we ourselves are He and none other. So that is the reason we are doing Bharat Samaj Puja, which is given little importance in Theosophical Society. There are many members of Theosophical Society. Regularly they have been doing Bharat Samaj Puja, doing puja to Surya Narayan, that solar logos. Throughout the world, people are also worshipping the Lord, solar logos. We are retained in the one without a second, but we are abide in that glory only as seeds within a seed pot. That one without a second, whether it is cosmic logos or whether it is solar logos. But we, as an individual human being, as a monad, we are in that glory only as a seeds. I'll imagine within a pot having some mud, you have put some seeds within that pot as a farmer or as a gardener, and you are doing it duty. So we are like seeds within seed pot. The action of solar logos is to nourish us. Can you imagine? Not the role of solar logos. Every moment, now and then, he is nourishing us till we grow into individuality, like mother nourishes her child before it begins its separate existence as an entity. So, Surya Narayan, solar logos, is a separate entity. So also speck of dust or elemental one, to speck of dust, mineral and human being, all are separate entity, but we are to be energized by the solar logos every moment. The moment is no exception for solar logos. Every moment he has been nourishing us so that our unfoldment can go on. Solar logos, our God, works till the day when all the life of the solar system which come forth from him shall return to him. Him means the cosmic logos shall return to him. Not means return to him, not to returning back, as if a person returning back to his home. Means the return to him means his consciousness is to be like the cosmic logos. So it says, solar logos, our God, works till the day when all the life of the system which come forth from him shall return to him conscious of its glory. I exactly remember one sentences, means it has three parts. Unconscious monad, conscious unconscious monad, and conscious monad. Here we are on the process of conscious unconscious monad. The time will come when we will be conscious of our glory, of our strength, of our energy, when total unfoldment will be made. Then now let us see the God of our earth. Who is Lord Sanat Kumar? Let me complete this slide. Lord Sanat Kumar is the head of occult hierarchy, a lofty being, the Lord of world, who wills and orders all events on this globe for men and angels, is God to us. Within his consciousness is recorded everything which happens on all the 7 planes of our globe. We are observing, marking the globe, our earth globe, only physical body, but it has its emotional body, it has a mental body, then the other bodies like a human being. Each human being has 7 bodies, like that. Our globe has all 7 planes. So, the consciousness of Sanat Kumar is recorded everything which happens on all the 7 planes of our globe. Since aura of Sanat Kumar pervades the entire earth, he is aware of all that happens within that aura. And no act is so secret, but he knows. No injustice so small, but he records it. Kindly see the beauty of this sentence. We are always told from the very beginning of our young age that Bhagwan ko sab kuch pata hai. God knows everything. A flower drops, a leaves falls. Everything was marked by everything within the knowledge of God. Here in earth, the consciousness of Sanat Kumar, as his aura is expanded, is there in all over the earth. He is aware of all that happens within that aura. Whether hydrogen bomb prepared by North Korea exploded in that Prashant Mahasagar, or the tsunami coming up in India, destroying, and the severe cyclonic storm coming in, everything is marked by Lord Sanat Kumar. No act is secret, but he knows no injustice so small, but he records it. You see the beauty of these sentences. Then I am quoting from our inner founders, from my letters. What is his opinion? His opinion is God is a principle. Ultimate reality is a principle. Mahatma, in chronological letter number 88 at page 270, says, our doctrine, means occult doctrine, which we are student of occult science, our doctrine knows no compromises. It either affirms or denies. For it never teaches but that which it knows to be the truth. Therefore, we deny God both as philosophers and as Buddhists. Let me complete this slide. Param Brahm is not a God, but absolute immutable law, and Ishvara is the effect of avidya and maya. These are the challenging sentence of Mahatma letter number 10, which is in chronological letter number 88 at page 270. We will go through in detail when Mahatma letter class will taken up on these letters. That absolute law is without and within. And you see the absolute law, Param, which we have gone through that slide, previous slide, that absolute law is without and within. That is within us and also without. It is neither quality nor quantity, nor yet form, but rather space occupied in the ocean of spirit by the results or effects. Let me explain. Mahatma, in this letter, is a very beautifully explain what is God, what is the principle, and he establishes that God is not a like anthropomorphist God, which we are giving or we are putting in a different format, having eyes, nose, etc., etc. So his opinion is our doctrine means the doctrine of occult doctrine knows no compromise. It either affirms or denies. It never teaches but that which it is known to be truth. Therefore, we deny the God both as a philosopher. Philosophers, they have given God in a different format there. They can explain the God and Godhood, etc., in a very lucid manner that to others, and also the Buddhist. So Mahatma further opinion is Param was this cosmic logos is a not God but absolute immutable law. That is a principle, that is a law which is going on from I don't know when. And Ishvara, the name you have given is the effect of avidya and maya. So this absolute law or one law, whatever name is given, to is without and within. It is neither quality. This law is not a quality. We cannot a quality. We cannot make it quality. Or in a quantity, in a particular, we can count it as a god or many gods, etc. Nor yet form. It is neither have any form, but rather space occupied in the ocean of spirit by the results and effects. So what is the results? We know that there is one life, spirit and life is individual. The other day, brother S.B.R. Misra mentioned that one life that is individual. There is one life, one law. So what is that? So the God or the principle or the absolute law is there everywhere. There is no division. Mahatma in his letter mentioned no division. So this absolute law is everywhere. We are marking every forms are different, but within that form, that law, that principle, that Param Brahma is there. That is within. And without form is also there. There is no division. We have told by our great teacher, there is no division in the life or in the spirit. Spirit means the solar logos or Param Brahma or absolute. So the difference, the effect, the result, because of this, it is a form was created because of the effects, because of the result. And one example I can say, which is not actual or in a, it can, but it is some, suppose in a air space, some kind of bubbles will created, and the bubbles created by the effect of some kind of force, and in that force, that bubbles, within that bubble is air is there, outside the air is there, but that is one kind of little example to understand. Like that, suppose if you mark the Ganga, Brahmaputra, the water is flowing in a flooded river, there are some kind of circle going on. So that circle point is everywhere in the space, and that point, that form, within that form water is there, bubble is in there, the air is there, outside the air is there, water is there, point is there. So here the absolute law is like in the whole space. It is within and without, and it has neither quality nor quantity nor yet form, but rather space occupied in the ocean of spirit by the results of effects or affected by the force. Then our life moves from elemental 1 to elemental 2, then to elemental 3. Then it starts its upward journey as minerals, plants, animals, reached a stage of human being where he can move faster if he knows who he is. That is the problem with us. We are not aware of who we are. So the stage of human being, when suppose a human being will be able to aware that who he is, then he can move faster. Mahatma in letter number, chronological letter number 44, Mahatma letter number 13 at page 121, which I narrated before, just previous slide. Spirit or life is individual. So the life within me, the energy or whatever cosmic energy, whatever name we can give it, within me, within the plant, within the elemental 1, within the animal, within my brother and sisters, in that form, the life is one, and that life is individual. The same life, there is no division in the life of each individual being in the earth. But form, the matter is different. Matter is differ from person to person. I have one kind of emotion, I have another kind of emotion, so life is one, that form is different. Now the question is to find God, where I stand. Now where I stand, Theosophy says, I am the divine spark of that one life. I am that divine spark. When Blavatsky was with her gurus, when Gurudev asked her how you are watching this divine spark, then she mentioned that I am watching spark of the flame, undetached. So if we are a divine spark, we are not detached from that flame, that ultimate reality, that Param, that spiritual, absolute law, that spirit, that cosmic logos, God, whatever name we can give. So the divine spark, but not detached from that. So now next important sentence, what man has done, a man can do. Very well-known maxim. So I can do if I will. Lord Buddha has done it before. Great Plato, Confucius, our own Mahatmas have done that before. So if we will, if I will, I can do, I can find Godhood, I can move faster. So, brother, next slide. As a human being, I am now aware of life, light, love, which is in thee, so also in me. I am thankful to Theosophical Society. The scriptures are available with us. If we can have study and meditation and render selfless service, then slowly, we can be aware of the life, light and love. The three aspects of the THE. So also, it is also within me. Consciously, I have to strive to speed upon my way to attain knowledge of Atma. Now the mind poster, I have to go in the journey, in the marg or path. So I have to speed. I have to attain, because I have already marked the finishing line. So in that way, I can move faster, then I will reach there. So that requires the knowledge. Atma Vidya, theosophy. So if we acquire that knowledge, sir, then we can move faster. So acquiring knowledge is necessary. Acquiring knowledge and of the Atma Vidya. As this spark, I seek to rejoin the flame from whence it sprang. Oh, beautifully, it is in Upanishad, it is mentioned. As this spark, I seek to rejoin the flame from whence it sprang. Not in the form of a joining like anything, but my consciousness, my Chetana, it will be expanded to be like the Chetana of the cosmic logos or the absolute ultimate reality. As the spark, I seek to rejoin the flame from whence it sprang. So, brethren, now, after I am being aware of this knowledge, then I am on the process of reaching the end. Reaching the end means to reach, move faster. Now, I am ever ascending upwards, higher even than the wheeling. I cross the wheeling palaces of planetary logi. Moving further, I move ahead, blazing sun, trailing comets, past galaxies, etc., etc. So that is my strength. That is the strength. If my consciousness, my chetana, itna vikasit ho jayega, itna develop ho jayega, so I will be like the Param Brahma. In Mahabharata, I just remember one sentence when Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, what is the difference between the Lord, you and me? Then Lord Krishna told Arjuna that your consciousness is yet to be unfolded and my consciousness is fully unfolded. That is the difference. But आप भी आत्मन है, मैं भी आत्मन हूँ, लेकिन मेरा आत्मन fully developed, fully unfolded, and you are on the process of unfoldment. So while unfolding or to the level of that cosmicity, we can expand our consciousness in the blazing sun, trailing comets, past galaxies, etc., etc. How beautifully explain it in Secret Doctrine. Even to the central spiritual sun, Mahatma mentioned the Raja sun, now I have learned to say, I am boundless. The time will come, each individual will reach that level of consciousness, that level of stage of absolute ultimate reality. So all are searching with the physical spirituality, are also searching the God everywhere except a place nearer to us. So the important point is longest journey to the nearest place. God is within our heart. It is within our center of the heart. But we are searching Him everywhere through different means. Can you imagine the wordings of means? Mahatma mentioned whatever you are doing, you are delivering beautiful speech, you are writing beautiful article, you are performing ceremonies beautiful, everything, whatever you are doing, it is all means. You have to reach a little value, it will carry you, but you have to reach that. So God is within our heart, but we are searching everywhere through different means. So what is the thing what we shall do? Can I become a learner? This is a practical thing I am going to tell you. Everybody knows it. I can give a lecture, I can write article, but can I be a learner? So to become a learner, I have to clean the slate or clean the mind so that I can learn something. Can I become a learner? Then what I have to do to become a learner? So my point is, can I adapt 5S, this, think over it, practice it daily in the same in daily life, make at his or her own nature. So that is the first study. Then second study the lives around you. There are many kinds of lives. Mother, parents, children, many kinds of life, many for your capacity. Observe them, observe them, study those lives around you. Study your own life in relation with others, how much relationship you developing. Mahatma mentioned, expand your sympathies with others. So then only you can expand your consciousness. Study your own life in relationship with others. Can we follow the to be followed? Follow the steps given in golden stairs. Stair is very important. It is given to us by Mahatma through Blavatsky. In each lodge meeting, when I became very active, in each lodge meeting, we'll start with the golden stairs. Then we close with the universal invocation. So what is that golden star which is given to HPB by her master? Kindly see. Then fifth is silence, the most difficult to do. So let me explain the golden star a little. Behold the truth before you, Mahatma, given it to Blavatsky. A clean life, open mind, a pure heart, an eager intellect, an unveiled spiritual perception, a brotherliness for all, a courageous endurance of personal injustice, a brave declaration of principles, a valiant defense of those who are unjustly attacked, and a constant eye to the ideal of human progression and perfection, with the sacred science. The 10 steps we have to practice in a daily life. It is given to us by our great teacher through Blavatsky. Instead of going here and there, brethren, can we practice it? Clean life. Our life must be clean and be open, pure mind, pure heart. Then eager intellect, then other things are there. So next is, these are the golden stairs, of the steps of which the learner may climb to the temple of divine wisdom. So first we have to be learner, we have to do all these things, and the time will come when we will reach the help of our teacher, guide, and we will reach the temple of divine wisdom. When a learner reaches the temple of divine wisdom, he would become God. Aham ev param brahm, I am verily boundless. So, last sentence I am going to explain. It is very difficult, but I am trying my best to explain you. But who would describe the end? Who? Those who have reached that position, those only can tell who have ended. Who have ended the journey, who have reached the perfection, they can describe. But They are giving in their different text we have with us. It is our duty, our endeavor to unfold our consciousness to reach that level. Next part is what it is at goal. Then next is those only may know who have reached there. Those who have reached there, those who have become God, Bhagavan Buddha, Bhagavan Krishna, they know after reaching there what is that. Those only may know who have reached there. Thank you, brethren. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share some of my thoughts which I liked most from the Theosophical text. Let us all practice and live the life whatever liked most to us. Then slowly, our consciousness will be expanded. Thank you all.
Thank you, Brother Mohapatra ji. You have beautifully explained and illustrated the deep teachings of Theosophy in the word. God is in the heart. It's the longest journey to the nearest place. Like that, you have raised so many questions. Can I become a learner? So these things, if we find now hello, would anybody add? किसी ने कुछ कहना है, किसी ने कुछ एडिशन करना है, प्लीज तो बताएं.
जी एडिशन क्या करना है वही हमारे ज्ञान में ऐड करते हैं और वो जो करते हैं उतना भी हम कितना ले पाते हैं ये यही समझना मुश्किल है. धीरे धीरे समझेगा सब.
नहीं ठीक बात है, बहुत अच्छा. इसीलिए अब इसमें कुछ गुंजाइश नहीं है. फिर भी किसी ने ऐड करना या किसी ने कोई क्वेश्चन किसी के माइंड में है तो महाराज जी से कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. जैसे कि बात की जा रही है.
हेलो माथुर जी.
हाँ बताइए.
प्रदीप जी बहुत ही डीप स्टडी में लेके गए और ये बहुत ही हायर स्टडी का उन्होंने जो सिंपलिसिटी में उन्होंने जो उसका वर्णन किया, बखान किया, वो काबिल तारीफ है. मैं उनका धन्यवाद करता हूँ. बहुत अच्छा प्रदीप जी. वेरी गुड.
Thank you.
Can I speak something?
Thank you, Lokhande ji. Thank you, Mohapatra ji.
Can I speak something?
हाँ बताइए. भवानी जी, भवानी सर, saying something.
Hello. Namaste to all of you. I am Bhavani Shankar Mahanti, Secretary Barwat Law, speaking from Bangalore. One thing I am just simply wording that in Quran, one line is there. है अजब जलवा तेरी कुदरत का प्यार हर तरफ, जिस तरफ देखे वही रही है तेरे दीदार का. That means the wonderful indeed is the manifestation of thy power, my dear, in every direction, no matter in which direction we look, we get a vision of thee. The same thing has been repeated in Kathopanishad in a very nice way. That means Agneyo Artho Bhuvanam Pravishto Rupang Rupang Pratirupa Ekas Tatha Sarva Bhutantaratma Rupang Rupang Pratirupa Vahischa. This is been related in Kathopanishad. Now let us come to Theosophy. In Theosophy, divinity is everywhere, expressed in one life, and unit existence is further expressed in terms of consciousness, that is one and unique consciousness. On this context, Theosophy reveals that there is no far off or near. All are equally present at all times and in all spaces for that consciousness. There is no before, there is no after, and no future. That means the mystery of the marvelous creation is that the cosmic truth and above all the oneness of the whole phenomena of realizing that one consciousness pervades in every particle, in every being on the cosmos. Thank you, sir, giving one opportunity to speak on the subject of it.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Brother Mahapatra, you have said we are rooted in the one without a second. We are rooted in the one without a second. There is no space, and still it's very difficult to find God. Though it is very near, but it's longest journey, he has said. So we are just finding the answers to our own questions. किसी ने और कुछ ऐड करना है या कुछ क्वेश्चन है किसी का तो प्लीज करें.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah,
हाँ,
I'm Smita Chaudhary.
हाँ बोलिए.
Actually मुझे एक point थोड़ा सा समझना है. जैसे in Golden Stair, one of the point is an unveiled spiritual perception. An unveiled spiritual perception. What is that exactly? Kindly explain it.
Yes, actually, the spiritual energy, whatever you can say, it is there within us, within our heart. That divinity is within our. Unveil the spiritual, but we are not unveiling. I am giving an example. You might have heard it earlier. That an electric bulb or a mirror with full of dust, and the electric bulb, if it is full of cover with dust, it cannot give light to us. So what will you do when we are aware of that electric bulb full of dust? Because of dust, we are not getting the light of that electric bulb. So we will clean it. So that is the same thing with us, with our personality at personality at a low level, lower mind, or full of lower self-centered thought, full of emotions, and also this physical body full of lethargy. We are not doing our own duty. All these things, all these are the dust of the which cover this Dibba Aloka or Dibba Chetana or whatever name we can give. That spiritual faculty is covered with dust. We have to unveil it. That is that. Eager intellect and unveil the spiritual faculty or energy. If we open it, if we clean it, then naturally the light will come to us. Light will be lighted, and you will give light to others. You will show the light to others also. That depends upon in which manner we will clean it. If we clean it sooner, it is better. It will light it more. This much I can share with you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother Mahapatra ji.
Yes.
Any other question or somebody wants to
Thank
add?
you, Pradeep Kumar Mahapatra, for his nice deliberation.
Thank you, brother Bhavani Shankar ji. किसी और ने कुछ ऐड करना है, क्वेश्चन है तो बताएं, नहीं तो इसको जो है हम फिर क्लोजिंग करने की तरफ चलें. राजीव जी, आपने कुछ बोलेंगे? राजीव गुप्ता जी.
Yes, Rajiv ji.
Yeah, thank you, brother, for a very nice and lucid explanation. So I hope because of this talk of yours, others will be inspired, and especially that you have mentioned the book First Principles of Theosophy by C. Jinraj Dasa. I would recommend this book to be read and rather studied deeply, so that we can understand the finer points. In such a small period of time, you have to speak and you have to deliver a lot of deeper concepts. So you have done very nice, sir, and I thank you very much for that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
अब किसी के क्वेश्चन या कुछ ऐड करने का नहीं है तो हम लोग क्लियर करते हैं. वंस अगेन थैंक यू महापात्र जी, आपने बहुत डीपली चीजों को
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
और हम लोग जो है काफी इंस्पायर हुए इन चीजों से, क्योंकि जो आपने पूरा प्लेनेटरी लोगोई और कॉस्मिक लाइफ सब कुछ हम लोगों को बताया इतने शॉर्ट टाइम में, काफी आपने एकदम कंसाइज करके टाइम में बहुत अच्छे से बताया. तो वंस अगेन थैंक यू. we'll close the meeting by universal prayer. O hidden life, vibrant in every atom.
O hidden life, vibrant in every atom.
O hidden light, shining in every creature.
O hidden light, shining in every creature.
O hidden love, embracing all in oneness.
O hidden love, embracing all in oneness.
May each who feels himself as one with thee.
May each who feels himself as one with thee.
No, he is also one with every other.
Know he is also one with every other.